Listen, Crixxe, we need to talk. What the? Crixxe. Today we're taking a look at the Harpio. This is a winged drake. They are not scavengers or carrion. They are carnivores, as you can see by their beaks, their talons. Their coloration has to do with the mineral deposits in the area. And they are fishers, actually. Yep. They are docile. They don't attack. They don't get territorial with me or any of the other life forms, large or small. They usually hang out next to the water's edge. And they like to either fish, or there you go, hunting for grubs. That's a rarity that you don't normally see, but they do that. There's a poser over there, staring off into nowhere. Poser usually gets a little bored when I start doing my studies out in the field. It's really interesting that the Harpio actually like to congregate around these springs here. This is a tar spring, and it warms the water in the area. You can see that the solidified and the gelled tar makes a bit of a slag, protects the well, and it will warm the water in the area. That's why this isn't actually murky so much as it has living organisms in it. It's not really a type of algae, it's just warm enough to sustain life. And if we head over towards the sunlight here, let's go ahead and hop on over here. We can take a look up, and you can see the perching Harpio. Those are not identified by gender. There's no identifying marks that we can determine on them to determine gender. And from what we can tell, the males and the females will perch nests. So we just let them be. We don't try to mess around with any of their nests up top. That's why you won't see me actually heading up to the tops of the cliff sides in this area, because they are roosting. That's where they keep their nests. They stay docile for us, so we do not encroach on their territory, just to make sure we don't show ourselves as a threat to their young. We got some more smaller monster life forms. We're not going to be going over those guys today, though. We're just looking at the Harpio. I want to head over to another point here, and we will be back, and I will show you some of their other flight patterns. Alright, we are here in the forest. I like to call it the jungle. They call this a forest, but this is literally a jungle. But we are here in the forest, and we are looking at the Harpio again. Now this is a feeding set of Harpio. Right now they're fishing and preening. Let's get down here, good girl. Alright, so with the Harpio, again, they are docile. This is just proof, so when I send these videos back, you guys can see the coloration from the arachnid does not affect the food source, does not affect the water source, and it does not affect the endemic life. So the trees grow fine, there's no poison, I'm not in danger. They're not in danger. Let's get weighted over here. Hey guys. Now, Alma is a little bit more bold than I am. Alma, you should not be doing that. You should be following me. There you go. Alma knows what she's doing, and I just say that in my mind. They do not allow us to connect a telefly to them, so they don't hear our thoughts. But you guys can. So here we are. So these are the Harpio. And I wanted to come in here just because the canopy provides a nice little bit of shade, and it's a little less dry and humid. No chance of any of the other large monsters coming in to cause any trouble. And if we go ahead and pull out our inspectoscope, as I like to call it, Nope, does not want to be seen. Yep. They are sensitive to being looked at, I've noticed. If you look at them in the eyes with this, they will just fly away, which is an interesting trait. A lot can be said about looking in one of these creatures' eyes, though. It says a lot. You can actually see what they're thinking. Here we go. Hey there, guy. Hey, mind? Nope. Nope, maybe. There you go. Oh, yep, see? Right away. That's okay. Oh, we've got an intruder. Where? Oh. Oh, get out of here, you shovel nose. Don't worry, we're not gonna fight it. It's just territorial. Yes, yes, I know. Scared off my Harpio. There we go. See? They don't even fight the other monsters. They really just take to the sky because they know it's a lot easier than dealing with fighting and possibly getting injured. Their wings are very delicate. It's a membrane made of a leathery material. There is some blood flow, obviously, in their wingspan. They do have feathers on their tails. They are a bird of prey, technically, a raptor, if you will. They do have taloned back feet, or hind feet, but they're webbed, as you can see, which is very interesting as well. And they're webbed because they primarily like to nest and roost near water sources. So when they're in the water, their evolutionary process used to be in the basin area here, well, down there, and in this area, where it used to be a lot more flooded, and they would actually roost and they would actually rest in the water and swim more like a mallard. But now their evolutionary path has taken them to a point where they have the lighter bodies, so they don't need to float on the water anymore. The feathers have receded through the process, so now it's just the tail. They use that as a type of rudder when they fly. And the crest on their head has developed as well in order to help them fly. Since they don't have the feathers in order to actually help them soar through the air and direct their flight, they actually will control the direction they go and the direction they fly by twisting and turning their head along with rotating their wingspan. I love to watch these things hover in the air. Another testament to the evolutionary process that these creatures, these small monsters have gone through, is that their bone structure is as minimal as possible. That's another reason why they do not become aggressive towards other monsters or ourselves, is because their bone structure is so light that they're able to hover in midair like that. Typically, a creature of that size would weigh so much with a standard bone structure that it would actually just plummet straight to the earth, or it would only be able to hover for a second or two. But as you can see, they can sustain their hovered flight. And that has to do with the balance of their body. You can see how they use their hind legs, their talons, their talon feet. They use those in order to balance. Oh my goodness! Oh, we've got a little party going on here. I was getting swept away by the moment. I'm not going to let them detour me. They're just being territorial. They may give me a nudge here and there, but I'm not worried. So, yeah. It's a very beautiful wing drake to experience out in the wild. And I know we don't have these back on the mainland, so I thought you guys might really enjoy being able to see one of these in flight. Get a little explanation on why they look the way they do. And the coloration pattern is not to help them hide from the air or the ground. It's actually to help them see each other. You can see that I don't know if you noticed, their eyes are actually a lot smaller, and they're made for short focal length so that they can hunt the fish as they sit in the creek bed. So they don't have great vision at a distance. So to be able to see each other and recognize each other through their unique patterning, you can see this wonderful blue and white and very dark violet, almost indigo to a point, coloration on them. And it even permeates to the top side as well, so that they know if they're below or above one of their own kind, which one they are, and everything. That's why they're so colorful. Otherwise, if they were to try and hide, and that was part of their evolutionary or their defensive mechanisms, they would actually have a darker coloration, like our territorial friends down here in the water. These guys like to get territorial. They like to push me around, tell me not to be here. These guys too. So they have a darker coloration to blend in with everything, because they're actually pretty common at pushing me and the winged drake out of the area. Even my secret, as you can see, I have taken to these so much though, so that I've actually dyed my secret's feathers down so that it mimics the coloration. Nice little Easter egg for you guys there. Alright, well, I am done with this investigation for the day. I just needed to come in, check their patterns, make sure that the numbers weren't dwindling, and notate any illnesses, which there are none. Still no illnesses from the water coloration, so we are good there. Alright, everybody, thank you very much for showing up, and if anything else goes on, just know that I'll be putting out a video for it. If you want to like, comment, let me know what you do like, if you have any questions or anything like that, and subscribe to my videos as I upload them. They get sent back to the homeland, because we are making our efforts to conserve this area. I love it when my presence goes unnoticed by the larger monsters, because that means I'm doing my job right. Alright guys, I will see you all later. Love you, Mom. Hope you're doing well.